Wow, hello. Welcome in. How's everyone doing today? Lost, you were the first one here, but Nirvana captured the ever-elusive first redeem. Congratulations. I think you definitely have the credit for the person who's managed to get it the most, but. There are others that have gotten it, so don't forget. Oh my gosh. All right, well, thanks for the ooh off the bat. I really appreciate that. Oh. Those things are getting so scratchy. I'm gonna have to update. I'm gonna have to work on them. But Fimi, hello. How are you? Welcome in, Nirvana. Thank you for the ooh woo. Let's see, Moose the Floof. I'm doing great. How are you today? Welcome in. It's lovely to see you again. Vicky, of course, always lovely to see you. I hope you've had an amazing day. Yes. Yes. We're sort of in a more low-key world today. We got this like little crescent moon thing going on. We got some reflection style pond water situation. Yeah. We got this nice lamp, candle, chair. Grab a seat, sit down, make yourselves comfortable, you know? Yeah. Octo, welcome in with a 3-stream streak. Holy shit. Octo. No streaking in chat. I'm kidding. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Howdy to you as well. I have you in the corner of my room. Oh, wait, the little plush? Okay, the plush is really cute. You saw it at the store, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, it's cool. It's good. And then later you started talking about it, and I was like, wait, you actually picked up the plush. Holy shit. Well, I'm glad that, just be careful. Sometimes they, like, are known to make messes and things, you know? You gotta watch them. Blood. Oh, shit, he's alive? Yeah, I was late for stream. Dude. You can even hear it in my voice, man. How you doing, Blood? Ooh. Let's just say that, I won't even call it the morning. Let's just say when I woke up, it was an experience. No, I did not. Canceled everything. Okay, there we go. Whoa. You stole mac and cheese? Octo, what do you mean you stole mac and cheese? Not too bad. The staycation's been good. It was a chill week. A staycation sounds amazing. So what have you done? Have you, like, played any games or got caught up on any shows or things? What is it that helped Vicky Beaver relax during her amazing at-home staycation? Good call, probably. Yeah, it was. Man. No, but it was a really fun night. For folks who don't know, I've spent a fair amount of the weekend actually in VR chat, like hanging out in public lobbies, with the aid of the occasional beverage, you know. And yeah, it's been nice. I think I came pretty close to a new record. I don't know why it keeps catching like that. I think I came pretty close to a new record last night for longest single play duration. So that was something. What do you mean you didn't steal mac and cheese at 1:35 and then you're writing it wasn't me in all cap? What do you mean? You're gonna have to be more specific. Look, I ain't the feds, all right? You're fine. You can talk to me. We can talk this out. You allegedly steal food. What? Why is everyone stealing food and why are you not sharing? What the hell? Why? Well, hopefully it's good mac and cheese, right? Are the audio levels okay? I didn't even really. Sorry, it was all I could do to get here. I came really close to canceling. I was like, you know what? No, I was like, buck up, Buttercup. That's how I talk to myself. Call myself Buttercup. Okay. I'm getting a couple of drop frames here and there. Y'all let me know if things get a little messed up. That's strange. That doesn't usually happen. Just keeping an eye on it. Seems like the audio levels are okay. I might could bring the music up just a hair. Perhaps. It's probably okay though. Let's see. Yeah, alright. More freedom, less clothing, more Yes. That's when you just put on all the comfy clothes that have like, they're well loved. They're worn out, you know. They got like the holes in all the right spots, and it all fits the way it's supposed to, and the fabric feels nice, and it's like, yeah, these are my comfy clothes. Using the new cable yet? I am, and it has partially solved my issues. It didn't solve them all, so I'm a little disappointed in that. I'm gonna have to do some more troubleshooting. But my old cable was already starfielding, so I definitely needed a replacement anyway. So, you know, this was a good direction regardless. Because once they start starfielding, you don't have a lot of time left. It don't last long after that. So. Sleep whenever I want. Espresso whenever you want sounds amazing. Oh, by the way, okay. Years ago, I tried boba tea with a friend, and they knew that I was a big like Earl Grey drinker, and they were like, okay, you're gonna have to try boba, and I was like, well, I don't know. And they were like, well, you like Earl Grey, let's do an Earl Grey boba. They did like 50% sweet. I don't know all the like ins and outs of boba tea, but that was kind of what we did, right? And it wasn't my favorite. Like, I really like Earl Grey. I like it prepared like a specific way and thing. Like, I'm a big fan of it, and because this wasn't like quite the same, I was like, and I really didn't care for the tapioca or balls or whatever they're called, like the, you know, I was like, this isn't for me. Fast forward years, I'm describing this to a colleague, like as in yesterday. I'm describing this to a colleague, and they're like, hey, I'd love to get you another cup sometime. And I was like, and they're like, well, I'm going now. I'm like, okay, like I'm always down to try things again, right? Our tastes change with time. So they go, and I'm like, just get whatever you would recommend. So they bring back this thing, and it's like, it was an oolong. It was called like Queen of Oolong. Hey, it was Queen of Oolong, and they did 30% sweet because I had said the other one was a little too sweet for me. That was so good. Oh my god. Okay, I officially like, and they got a milk tea. They skipped the tapioca entirely, so it was like a milk tea. I am pro milk tea. It's so good. So my opinion has changed, or either my taste have, or both. I don't know. Whatever. It's good. Mine has had starch for the past 3 months, and I'm on near daily. They won't. It has less time remaining than it did before it had Starfield. It now crashes hard sometimes. Yeah, that your cable. Yeah, it's. That's why I said you don't have much longer after you get the. It's basically already dead. Yeah, as soon as it's starfielding, it's like, pfft, it's on the way down. You get audio clip outs, you get hard crashes, you get like catches in your view. Not good. Building a playlist of Jane Doe ASMR videos. Is this like a content creator? Jane Doe? Lychee jelly rectangle. I'll have to try those. I don't know what they are. I don't do a lot with lychee normally, so again, it would be one of those things I'm very open to trying. I don't really have a lot of experience with it. But yeah, and so the colleague and I, we were like, she and I were really talking at length about like different teas and things. And she was like, you have to go to China sometime. You're going to have to go to China. Like if you're enjoying this. And so we were talking about like what it takes to do a trip to China and like having a really good talk about all that. So it was interesting. She's like very informed and on the topic. So nice to have a good conversation with somebody about it. Jasmine oolong. Yes, oolong is so good. Let's see. Buddha tears, dragon pearls, equally what I love in a tea. Improperly seated. I improperly seat my cable all the time, dude. I'm like just slam it into the headset. It'll work. I really try not to remove it, but occasionally I remove it for cleaning, and it's like such a hassle to get it back. And all the little plastic clips are broken along the index. I've got these straps that kind of hold it all in place for me instead to like keep the cable from having excess stress on it or whatever. Jane Doe, the character from Zenless Zone Zero. Oh, yeah, I haven't played Zenless Zone Zero or watched it or whatever it is. I'm not familiar with the media. Thanks, mods. It was me, man. You're welcome. You're welcome from the mod team. I have to do that constantly in the background. That's why I keep chat like on this window over here so I can just see everything that's going on, and I keep the mod icons up on the fly. Can't wait to go to China. I didn't know you were going to China next year. I hope you have a good time. You line it up perfectly. I have no idea how. I didn't expect you to get to it so fast. Yeah. They call me... They just call me daspra. I don't have a good joke, sorry. Hey, but cheers, everyone. Whatever you're having tonight, whether it's a nice cup of tea or perhaps orange juice, you know? I don't know what you're having. Juno, welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Also, everyone, I apologize for being late. I was just so hungover. I could barely crawl out of bed. I'll be vulnerable with you all. I'll tell it like it is. I could barely crawl out of bed. The decision, so when I sent the message, stream will be 15 minutes late, I was still in bed. I was like, I have to get up. I need some reason to get out of bed today. Vicky, do you still do drinking nights from time to time? Do you still do any of that? I feel like I hadn't seen you online in a little bit. The feeling's mutual. Yeah, Juno, I don't know. Juno, you left at some point, and I remained, and it like blood woke up and checked out, and it was bad. When blood came to the lobby, and I was in the old man avatar, and things just spiraled, dude. It was. I'm not sure. I might be. When Seagull is doing the character thing, I might be Seagull's dad now or grandpa. I don't know what happened. It got weird. It's so weird. This year's the EU road trip and con. Next year's China road trip and con. Oh man, I'm a little envious. It's all that traveling's fun. I think this summer I might try. I haven't reached out to any of my friends about this, but I may try to do like a summer trip west and like take a month off work and actually really do some travel in the U.S. I've done a lot of international travel the past few years, but I haven't really done a lot of there's a huge section of the U.S. that I am totally not familiar with, never been to. I'd like to do that too, so it's on my list. We'll see. You look so peaceful when you finally crashed. I don't even remember crashing. I woke up with the headset on and I was in the World Organism, and I was like, how the fuck did I get here? But I was in my spot, so I felt good about it. Waking up there is so peaceful. Welcome in, Des. How you doing? It's good to see you. Hope you're having a lovely day. It looked pretty good for a grandpa. Thanks. I still have most of my teeth. Man, lasted through damn near my... God. I had so many bad choices. Yeah, Juno, you're out of practice, man. You're out of practice. You know where to find me? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I know, and I should definitely start planning earlier than later, because I know people have schedules and need to work out things. So it's been on my like that secondary to-do list you have. You've got like urgent shit, and then you've got like that I'd really like to get to this, and I'd like for these things to be urgent. They're not quite urgent yet, but they're like teetering on the edge of the urgent list. That's kind of where it lives right now. So. Oh yeah, for sure. I got a lot of West Coast folk over there, so I'm fortunate. There's a lot of good experience over there, a lot of input, a lot of knowledge to help plan a good trip. I'm just go here, chill, and then you didn't move again. Damn. Well, hopefully I didn't. I don't know. I made some new friends last night. Had a good time, that sort of thing. Yeah. There's one. Actually, there's several people. There's one person who has been trying to connect with me on VR chat for like months. I met them in a furry lobby like a couple months ago, and our schedules are so different, and I cannot. And like we'll send each other a message like, well, I'm gonna be on this day, and I'm like, well, okay. I was like, I've got work that day, but I'll be on like this day, and they're like, well, I gotta sleep that day because I got like the commitment. I'm like, ah, shit, literally for months, and it's really kind of sweet because we keep trying and we just keep missing, but we haven't given up. Yesterday I was like, this is really difficult. It's like a puzzle, and then they were like, the puzzles are fun, and I was like, oh, it's like, yeah, we're gonna make this happen. So it's fun. I don't know. Time is difficult, but if folks are willing to be patient with each other, it always it pays off eventually. I do have my schedule makes it difficult because people are like, well, what day are you off? And I'm like, well, it's not a day. My schedule like shifts and rotates and changes, and so I can't just be like, yeah, every Friday. Doesn't work that way. Is that Wojo? Wojo, how you doing? Welcome in. Wojo's another one where we've been trying to. Scheduling for us is also. Oh, I know. There's a good sized list of like. Yeah, I'm working on it. And like this weekend, I'm going to see family, right? So I don't have like a mobile VR setup or anything. So this weekend is going to be shot for me in scheduling in terms of doing stuff online. The weekend isn't shot. The weekend's going to be fucking amazing because my folks are badass. So started building a new Google Sheets checklist of all the titles that are in Splatoon 3 for splash tags. Okay. Managed to find a way that was way less tedious. Oh, nice. So are you trying to like check them all off and collect them all? Is that kind of the goal, Octo? One day the stars shall align and the magics will be taught. Yes, the worm wizard. I can't voice that. We have not decided when the next BG3 day is. I need to put in a scheduling thing. I kind of got frustrated with that day of because like everybody was talking in circles and I was just like, bah. I was like, I'll deal with this later, and I just released it. But perhaps after stream today, I'll put it in the scheduling tab. Ojo, Dez, and is it Danja? I don't know how to say that. We're out here to show love and whatnot. Thank you. Your wizard voice is. I'm sorry, I can't do. I did it way too long last night. I can't do it all. Danya. Oh, Danya. All right. My bad on the J. I'm just a rabbit. I don't read much. That's not true. Just wanted to check. Oh yeah. We'll get it. We'll make it happen. We were. Oh shit. I thought I was on my big playlist. We've already heard this. Hold on. I mean, it's a great fucking song, but 1 minute. Excuse me. We'll let this ride, and then because I want to hear it again, and then we'll switch over to the other playlist. Would love to be a goblin to you. I was about to say I think that would be such a cool like combination of characters, and I was like, oh wait, Critical Role did that. Never mind. Never mind. Damn it, Critical Role foiled again. Downloaded a web browser extension to automate grabbing the 2 columns I needed. Okay, copy each column. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Sometimes some of those automated extensions are quite nice. I've used one for I don't think I can say that on stream. Some of the automated extensions are really nice. All I'll say is I've used several to help with D&D related things. I don't think I can. Yeah. You know the song word for word? That's because it's a great fucking song. Make it better. It's true. It's all because a concept has existed in another space doesn't mean that you also can't do it. That's not what I'm saying. But I was like, oh, that would be really, yeah. It's actually very difficult to have a truly original concept now. Not impossible, but it is difficult because there's been so many ideas, right? But you can make them your own and shape them and make them unique and add your own twist from your lived experience, your personality. So absolutely. Totally possible to still do it and have a great time with it. Oh! Okay, there we go. I keep freaking... Oh, what a good song. Goddamn. Is it from Mean Girls? Is it in Mean Girls? Is that Tiger? Tiger, I've been seeing your music. It's on my list. I haven't got to it yet, but I saw you post one right before I went live, and I was like, Tiger's got a couple of good songs in here I need to go through and listen to. So I will get to it. I promise. I always do. It just takes time. Buckle up. It's time to deliver pizzas. Hope you brought Dino Nuggies. Ooh. Did anyone bring Dino Nuggies? I think I have 2 left over in my pocket from last stream. I don't know if you want them, though. All right, let's pop over to another playlist. Thank you, Christina Aguilera. So good, so beautiful. All right. We'll ride this out, too. And this playlist is good because I can just let it ride and not keep swapping over to it. Cool. Hey, how you doing, Chip? You're in VRC? Nice, nice. It's been a VRC weekend. I hope that you're having a wonderful time. What you up to? Just kind of hanging out, vibing, meeting new people, public world hopping? Question mark? Vicky, we really did. We really, like, that era. Wow. Good music. Remember, there was a cover of the song that was the background music for a YouTube video I used to watch a ton of. Oh, okay. I bet the song has some beautiful covers, too. It's a powerful song. The lyrics, the meaning, the piano sort of backing the track, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Why does daspra have to be so cute and adorable? Let me tell you something, Tiger. Again, it's the avatar. It's the avatar. Today especially, I am looking rough IRL. I rolled out of bed hungover to be here. So whew. It was a miracle we made it. Oh wait, shit. Tiger did say buckle up. Everybody seatbelts. Nice. Sleeping with my friend. Oh yeah. VR cuddles, they're so nice. Absolutely. I haven't done VR cuddles in a very long time. But I used to. They're really nice with like a friend or with or if you have like a really nice close relationship with somebody, like a partner or whatever, or someone that you're dating, or I mean, it doesn't have to be that way. They're kind of, I think they have very different feelings and meanings and purposes, and it doesn't have to be one or the other. But there's even there's like sleeping groups now, and you can go into like a group instance, and they've got like the mics turned off for everybody, and people just go in there and like just sleep with folks, and they're like really cozy worlds and stuff. So there is no right or wrong way to do that. It's find what vibes for you, kind of cool. Oh, it was a meme song. Oh, meme song's gonna be funny too. Voice breaks and everything. Posting them here and there. Yeah, that's perfect. If you post them all at once, I'll get intimidated and never get through them all. But by kind of doing like a few at a time, I'm like, oh yeah. Especially when I'm at work, if I've got like some downtime, I like to pull up my phone, pop in like a headphone, and just kind of listen to a couple of the songs in that, and then I'll like hit reply. So you'll get like months later, you'll get a reply to like a post, and I'll be like, oh, this is great. And you'll be like, why is he just saying that now? Am I the Darth Vader of of the, I get the comparison for sure. I was Jasper, what's wrong? I was in VR last night. I'm wearing my suit. I have to survive. Oh, tiger! There you go, streaking again. Imagine, if you will, a streaking tiger delivering pizzas. I imagine that almost every streamer has turned it into the same joke. I love the watch streaks. I think they're so cool. They add more opportunities for channel points, which just means more like engagement with the channel point system. Pros across the win, but the irony that it's like, oh, they're streaking. They've been streaking for 3 streams. It's like, oh Lord. As long as both parties are, oh, absolutely. Sorry, in my head, like, I shouldn't assume these things. In my head, like, mutual consent is like a critical part of anything that you do ever, right? So for me, that's just kind of like a baseline assumption. And you're right. You shouldn't assume that. Yes, everyone should be cool about it. Consent, that sort of thing. There should be like appropriate laws followed, you know? Absolutely. For me, those are like baseline check boxes. But it is always good to verbalize them so everyone's on the same page. Yep. Incentive to come back. I gotta get my points. I gotta gamba. Dude, I gambled so hard yesterday on. I got that email 10 minutes before work. It's like, the meetings are canceled. It's like, oh God. Life couldn't have gone any better that day. Hardest gamba of my life. You've been streaking for 19. That's impressive. I didn't even know I streamed 19 times since the system came out, to be honest. Discord wouldn't let me add you. Oh, yeah. No one can add me on Discord. I got my privacy set locked down. I used to get like a ton of random just ads and stuff on, like, people were just DMing me that didn't know me, and friend requests and all kinds of stuff. And I just, anyway, so I locked it all down. Only I can send a friend request out. It's not possible for me to receive any. So that's on me. I apologize. 38 minutes left to work. Waiting for an order or for end of shift. Oh. Yeah. I mean, Tiger, if you got time, you know, I would love you to make a dish, make a pie for us, you know? I'm happy to pay you for it. I don't expect these things for free. Shit deteriorate. What do you mean it deteriorated? I was decent, right? I was good, I think. I don't think I. God. Just DM me later, maybe, if it was if we. No, I had to have been fine. I do remember. Yes and no, Jesus. Childhood Xbox, Halo vibes, yeah. Oh, yeah, used to you could load your music onto the Xbox and like play it as a media player while you were gaming. That was so cool. Not a lot of folks realized the OG Xbox could do that. You could literally like put a CD in the tray and like rip it and save it to your Xbox, and you could turn off in-game audio and just play music like on that. It was really cool. Quite ahead of its time from like I guess like a integrated media sort of perspective. Not executed well, but the concept was definitely ahead of its time. Yeah, Blood, that I wasn't gonna say it, but I had remembered that as I was thinking about the night. I was like, oh my God, that's right, that did happen. The second song I posted you'll like. I'm looking forward to it. Tiger, I've enjoyed most of the things you've shared. You've got some pretty good taste in music. Let's do it, Tiger. Let's do it. Garlic Parmesan stuffed. Yes, yes, yes. No, Blood. Okay, Blood, this is always what I tell people when things like that happen. You could have closed your eyes. Bro, you didn't have to look. There was plenty of warning. We all knew what direction it was going when he stood up. We all knew what I mean, I didn't. I was stun locked. That's Pet Shop Boys, by the way. Pet Shop, they're so good. They are so good. In other news, moving right along, I have spent so much time in American Truck Simulator. I think I have done like 60 hours or something ridiculous in that game. I am so addicted to a truck sim. I am shocked. I cannot believe. Wow, this VR is really quite bad right now. I don't know what's going on with that. I didn't have any trouble last night. But anyway, I am shocked by how much I'm enjoying the truck sim. It's so good. It's so good. And it's relaxing. I don't even mean like, it doesn't have to be with other people. I will get on the truck sim alone, put on music, like pour a cup of tea or something, right? And just literally I'll just like sip and drive. And I'm like, oh, this is so lovely. And I am sure that trucking IRL is incredibly difficult. I've heard it's very tedious, like on the body. You have to have tons of patience. You have to have all kinds of education, certifications. I am not trying to say that like trucking's relaxing. It's so easy. But the game, right? The game is, oh, it's so relaxing. Damn. My break is over. Time to get back to work. Stand around looking pretty. Damn. Good luck, Tiger. You kill it. Thanks for the alert, man. How you doing, Tyler? Welcome in. How you doing today? I'm doing great. How are you? I like the little head pat. That's cute. Pew, 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 pew. I see your head pat and raise you a head pat. Is that Shub? No, that's just Shub. All right. How you doing, Shub? Is that Ike too? Holy shit. Ike, how you doing? Welcome in. This guy loves driving trucks. He do. How's everyone doing? I hope that you've all had a lovely weekend. Goat? Yeah, it is Goat. 60 hours. Did you say that's weak shit? Did you say that my 60 hours in a truck sim is weak? Bro, how many do you have? Different kind of day? What does that mean? Or is that something, is that a conversation for later? What do you mean it's a different kind of day? Whoa. I like to see my mouth move when I do that. Whoa. All right, I'm sorry. I promise I've streamed before. I know it doesn't ever look a lot. Wait, I can prove it. I have another camera set up. Hold on. I promise I've streamed before. I'm doing like the stiff body thing, you know? What a good song. All right. I first heard this song from Pistol Whip, actually. The Pistol Whip soundtrack. And then it got modded and ported over into Audica, and I played the shit out of it there, and now I just casually listen to it for real. That's how good the song is. Let's see, doing good, Tyler? Just chilling, playing some Skyrim and Fallout 4, but all is good. You know, I never beat Fallout 4. I loved Fallout 3. I loved Fallout New Vegas. And I enjoyed Fallout 4, and I never got through it. That was around the time that I picked up VR, and I just kind of like, I started trying to play it in VR, and I got really motion sick in it, and then I put it down, and I was like, well, let me go back to desktop, and I never, I don't know. It seems like such a good game. I should revisit it sometime. Maybe over the no, I'm going to travel over the summer. I don't know, I don't know. It's all complicated. Whole bunch of snow? Ike, we got to shovel you out? I can bring the shovel squad if you want. We can help, Ike. Moving heavy things. Oh, shovel be getting swole at work. Unintended benefit of the job. Let's go. Oh, you get too relaxed. No, I get what you're saying. No falling asleep behind the wheel, blood. No falling asleep behind the wheel. Someone from the fandom message. Oh no, you got dinner after and it was nice. Okay, I didn't know if they were gonna be weird about it. If they were cool about it, that's amazing. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm glad you had a good meeting, a good meeting and a good dinner. Falls asleep at the wheel going 60. Thanks for the music rack. Yeah, that's a big part. So I keep the music like in the little corner up here for two reasons, really. First of all is so that on the VOD, when you go back and watch it, all the music is muted out, so that because otherwise even my voice would be silenced automatically because of copyright stuff, right? So when people go back and watch the VOD, if they want, I mean, it would be a shit ton of trouble, but they could, like, as this switches, they could, like, open up YouTube or something and search for the song in the background and kind of adjust their own volume, and, you know, and you could, like, reenact the experience a bit. It would be a lot of work. No one's actually doing that, but it's possible. Second, it's so that if you hear a song you really like, and I don't mind if people ask, like, what's that song? But I'm often behind on chat, and I usually miss the comment before the song has passed, right? And so then I'm like, oh, well, we're currently listening to Fuck You, and you were talking about Not Dead Yet. So it's up here so you can see it if you want. So, yeah, I love sharing music. It makes me happy. The heavy snow infrastructure at school is far worse. Yeah, a lot of times, a lot of institutions are not equipped to handle, like, heavy amounts of snow. They just end up shut down. So, dude, no, I'll get them. Come on. I know all kinds of snow bunnies. We'll come over. We'll take care of it. We'll dig you out. You'll be back in class in like 4 weeks. Friend from fandom? Yeah, okay, yeah. He's on a team I collaborate with. Oh, nice. Hey, small world. Cool that y'all figured it out. I gotta scratch my eyeball. Give me a minute. Oh, eyeball scratched. Did you just say what I think you said? Said what? What do you think I said? It depends on what you think I said. Like when you go to cold places and there's like the rabbits that are all white, right? They're like... I'm guessing that's another word. Oh, Lord. My VR is really struggling. What is happening? Hold on. I'm guessing that has some other meaning that's unintended, and I'm going to be embarrassed, especially if it's really bad. Hold on. I'm walking over to my computer. Why is it doing that? All right. I clearly there's some other... No, I legit. So whatever I did, I hope it's not critically terrible. I'm not informed on like slang. I know it's shocking the way I talk to people. I always sound so down with the hip, but I don't really know a lot of. Yeah, like to me, my intended message was like, anyway. Intent versus impact. I have to acknowledge whatever space just happened. So, It was. Wait, what blunder did I have this? Oh Lord. Shab, you have no fucking idea. I'll fill you in later. Yeah. Is that actually a thing? Oh my god. That is not what I meant. I apologize. That was not at all. I didn't know that. There's nothing sacred. Everything has been turned into something else. So that, communication is so... it's fine. I apologize, everyone. That was not the goal of the joke. I was like, this is gonna be funny because I'm like a rabbit, and I'm gonna if there's snow needs to be shoveled. What the fuck ever, man. Why do things must be? All right, AI Shub, calm down. I put you in here to make it look like chat be hopping, and now you acting up. Oh well. I apologize, everyone. Moving forward. Oh shoot. Was I really not like I was clipped through the floor the whole time. That's ridiculous. Alright. I gotta unlock the camera and reset it. Oh no, I don't have a problem with it. I worry that like the word is probably derogatory or I don't want that. I don't want to cause any fucking shit. I was just trying to make a joke. It landed flat. That happens sometimes. Risk of being on the internet. A lot of shit. Just risk of me. A lot of my jokes land flat. Ooh. All right. Oh shit. There we go. Everything reset. That's a little better. Okay. Well, thanks for everyone. Thank you for teaching me. I will learn this. There's been several phrases in my life, right? Sometimes when we learn to speak as a young person, as a child, we learn from the people around us, and we pick up like particularly like local phrases and things, colloquial. I can never say that word, but like colloquial phrases and that sort of stuff. We pick those things up. Often we just say them because the people around us say them, and then later in life, when you start learning about like history, context, relevance, that sort of thing. Hopefully, we go back and say things and like listen to them and say, well, what's the context? Why do I say this? Right? I've had several phrases like that where I used them for years. And then when I go and research like the derivation of the word or the phrase, I'm like, oh my God, that is so problematic. And you gradually eliminate those things. And we always try to do better, right? So I will certainly do better. Fallout 4 is a good game. Also, now Tyler's streaking through chat. What are we doing here? Fallout 4 is a good game to play, but if you remember from Fallout 3, you need to go out to Vault 101 to go look for your dad. You need to go out to find your son in Fallout 4, but you lose out the mission. Just go out to... No. Okay, Tyler, I remember that was something I didn't like. I do not... And no shade if you do. I don't like base building, and I remember not liking the base building part of Fallout at all. I just like exploring and like going around and doing stuff, so I did not enjoy that part as much. Sydney, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing very well today. Miko, bye-bye. Hey, don't work too hard, Shub. Keep getting swole. Welcome in, Sydney. Hope you're doing well. Someone else who dislikes building. I don't dislike it in all games, but I didn't like it in Fallout. I don't know why. And I'm not saying it's a bad system. So many people enjoy it, right? It has to be a good system. It's just not my cup of tea. And that's okay. I have very unusual taste. I'm a rabbit on the internet. Just like pause for a minute, look at the screen, and be like, oh yeah, this guy has unusual taste. And that's okay. I just got unusual taste. So there's a lot of popular, like I don't play any shooters anymore. Well, that's not true. I do like Helldivers, but how you doing, Sydney? Did you have a good day? Just don't. This guy blue as fuck. It's true. I mean, I could be other colors, but. Do. Love TF2, but horrible edge shooters. You know what? That might be part of why I don't like them as well. Like, because I used to be, I wasn't like great. I'm not gonna pretend, but I was like good enough that I could queue into like random lobbies and survive. I'd be fine, right? And that was fun. You could go, like, I generally maintain positive kill death ratios in shooters, just as a general rule of thumb. But I used to play a lot when I was younger. I had that time. And as that time slowly got divvied up and went to other things and commitments in life and I'm not good at them. So then you now what happens, I get a new shooter, okay? I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. I have 2 free hours today. I'm going to go play the shooter. And so you sit down, you load up, and you get your little controller or mouse and key, whatever you're into, I don't know. And you're like, oh, yeah, dead. Oh, well, okay, oh, they're good. Oh, dead. All right, well, dead. Oh, dead. And you're like, okay, well, that was a fun 2 hours of me watching the respawn countdown. Let me do that again. And it's just because I'm bad at them now, right? Because I don't have time to practice. I don't know, like, the kill funnels on maps. I don't know, like, where the power weapons are or the best loadouts or whatever. And there's, like, the meta players who focus that. And then I'm just the guy, like, walking around the corner like, oh, this is a nice map. Boom. So, yeah, it's fine. It happens. Yo, Blood, thank you so much. 6 months, dude. Holy shit. That was delayed? Yeah, all my stuff is slow, man. You know? It's all slow. But thank you so much for the 6, man. Much appreciated. There's a daspra heart. I don't do the spiel every time, but it's been a minute since I gave it. So as a reminder, y'all, like, none of that is required. Just hanging out is like the best thing in the world. That means the world. So, but if you do support in some way, like a sub or whatever, those are appreciated too. And what they do is I just funnel them right back in. So if y'all are like, oh, you should really consider playing this game, that kind of pool of money that we make here is kind of how I've like purchase new games or make upgrades to stream, better mic, new emotes, like I kind of just it's kind of self-sufficient, you know? So just know that money truly is appreciated and goes back into making this fun. Well, hopefully fun. The goal is for it to be fun. Doing good, how are you? I'm doing great, Sydney. I'm a little hungover. Just keeping it real with everyone. So if my voice seems... I did the Worm Wizard voice and the Old Man voice way too long last night, so my voice is a little shot. So it's a little more gravelly than usual. Hey. You know? And I'm like... I did get plenty of sleep, though. I got lots of sleep. But I'm a little like... I'm kind of dried out. I'm dehydrated for sure. And then I've got another... if you're having any tea or anything tonight, cheers. Pyro. Nice. Reflecting explosives. Good. Yeah. I have a lot of folks who really love TF2. I never really got super into it, but it looks fun. It's another one of those things that looks amazing. That was like the Left 4 Dead scene. I never really got into it. My whole friend group was into it. I missed a lot of those kind of... I definitely locked into like Halo, early Call of Duty, stuff like that. That was more my my area. Base building, not that bad. Also, Sydney, 5-stream streak, nice. Not that bad, but when you meet Preston, fairly annoying. Okay. Yeah, I remember like they were like, we need, and then it's like stuff's always being attacked, so you have to stop what you're doing to go defend your other stuff. I don't know. It feels like it almost breaks the gameplay loop for me because I really enjoy the story, and if there's this recurring thing where like your base is under attack, it's like, okay, I gave them a farm, they can just, I don't know, defend it. Not have to deal with ads. Okay, ad question. Also, I appreciate it, Blood. Ad question. You all still only get an ad when you first show up or if you have to reload the stream, right? Like there is an ad at the beginning of my stream when you first click, and I know that's annoying. I know everyone hates a stream with an ad at the beginning, but then there should be no more ads after that. Is that correct? Is that the experience that you have? Please let me know. I'm curious. That is correct. Okay. Yeah, because I personally, as a occasional Twitch viewer, I find mid rolls far more frustrating. I would much rather sit through, and I know people are like, well, if someone clicks on your stream and there's an ad right away, they just click off. Maybe that's true. Maybe. I don't know. But I hate being like in a really good conversation or listening to a good conversation or moment that a streamer's having, and then a mid-roll slapping me in the face, and then you come back and the conversation's over, and you're like, what happened? Oh, I hate that. And then you have like a mid-roll like every so many minutes. I'd rather just get it over. Like it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. Just get it over. Oh, ad out of the way. I don't know. That's just me. Thank you for the support though, Blood. I appreciate it. You're going to get into Big Brother mode, but I have a boyfriend now. What? Sydney, congratulations. That's great news. Oh, my God. Wait, how long has this been the case, if you're comfortable sharing? Zombie-infested city? In what? Nirvana, what are you playing? What game are you talking about for base defense? Fallout 4. Just got in, have not seen any ads yet. Very nice. I'm glad. So, Twitch streamers, so I know some of you stream on Twitch, so I'm not trying to like mansplain, you know. I do that sometimes. I'm sorry, it's just the boomer in me. But ZZ Top, I love you. All right, but essentially the way it works is that there's like, if you have an account that has affiliate status, right? If you have Twitch requires that you run some ads. I assume that the justification is to help pay for like their ecosystem, servers, maintenance, staff, blah 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 blah. That's fine. That makes sense. They gotta, whatever. I can swallow that pill. That's fine. I don't love it. I can swallow that pill. Now there are optional ads. There's optional, like if a streamer has one of those ads that like appears on the screen and you have to like click off of it like a box, or it like comes down in the bottom like a banner, or the top. Those are optional. They're not required. You have to go in and check a box to turn them off. They're owned by default, but you can turn those off. And the mid rolls are not required. You can have someone watch a pre-roll once and then just be done. If a streamer has mid-rolls turned on, what they're doing is one of two theories. They're either subscribing to the idea that if people hit a pre-roll, they're going to get bored and leave before they ever get a chance to like build rapport with you, which is fair. I've definitely had people walk in and be like, I'm leaving. Okay, fair enough, Or if you run enough mid-rolls, you're eligible for higher ad revenue, so you make more money per view on the ad. Cool. That's probably super relevant if you have like a ton of viewers, For I don't remember the exact numbers. I don't make like a ton of profit off ad viewing, so I just toggle it all off. But yeah, the streamers have options on what ads they run in terms of frequency and when they show up and all that. Consistently switching. Oh yeah, if you're switching from one to the other, it's a lot harder. Because then you're gonna hit ads constantly. No ads after. Thank you, Ike. Perfect. Yep. Thanks, Wojo. Appreciate y'all helping me out on that. Because I don't actually get to see my own stream the way you see it. I go back and watch the VOD. I don't watch it in real time. So ad when I enter, but then I have no ads for the entire stream. Gotcha. Almost done with Resident Evil 2 remastered. It'll be the first game I played all the way through. Wojo, congratulations. Let's go. Are you enjoying it? Yeah, when you're having a conversation and then it cuts, that frustrates me. So that's why I lean pre-roll. Mine has not much to do with like financial decisions or anything. It's strictly conversational. Our streams are so conversation focused that I worry that a mid-roll is disruptive to kind of what we do here. So that's why I lean on the pre-roll. I've thought about switching it, but I haven't, Hey, Shub coming in with the 14 months. Thank you. Big 14, yippee. In my mind, Shub said that with just like big 14, yippee. Shub, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means the world. Taking the time out of your day to be here. I know you got a busy schedule now, and showing the support like that. Thank you so much. Next Saturday the 17th will be our 1 month. Oh my God, congratulations. Go, Sydney, go. Go, Sydney, go. I hope y'all are having a wonderful time. I hope that you treat each other respectfully. I hope that you make each other happy. I hope that you inspire each other to be better people, you know, that you learn from each other, you support each other. Those are the goals, right? That's what we look for. At least I think. That's what I look for. Like someone that encourages me to be better, to be happy, to all those things. So I hope you find that. I hope y'all find that together. I really do. You deserve it. To encourage subscribing? Yeah, probably as well. Yeah. You're probably right about that, Blood. Every once in a while, though, I'll get like 8 pre-roll ads for like 4 minutes. Yeah, the pre-rolls are definitely longer, and that's part of the trade-off, so I don't know. There was a time, a lot of you that have been here, a lot of you that have been here for a minute remember that I actually, we were affiliate for a long time, and I actually canceled my affiliate status for a while because I got so pissed off with the ads, and I was streaming so infrequently, I felt guilty like that for people were still subbing, and I actually canceled the channel's affiliate status for about a year. And we just did, because if you're not affiliate, you get no ads. And I was just like, no. But we lost channel points and emotes and all that, and people missed those things. And then I found more time. I like reworked my schedule and was able to stream a little more frequently. So, but yeah, I think about the viewer experience a lot more than I expected. When I first started streaming, it was just to like clown around. It was and now I'm like, okay, well, they've got to sit through this many ads, and I want to make sure, you know, I don't want conversation to be interrupted. It's a lot to think about, actually. Like, an ad is very disruptive. It is very disruptive. Not now, or even tonight. Well, you don't want round 2? But next time we're chilling, if I remember, I do want to ask some stuff about what you use for overlays. Yeah, absolutely, Blood. Happy to answer any questions. I get lost a lot, but otherwise it's good. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I've only ever played Resident Evil, I think I played Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. So I'm not super familiar with the Resident Evil series, but I know they're phenomenal games. Great stories, you know. Mostly just proud of myself. You should be. Started that and Dark Souls around the same time. Just past the first boss in Dark Souls, but close to done. Hell yeah. But you know what? We're at that age where like time is hard to come by. We can't just sit down and be like, I'm just gonna play this game every night for the rest of time until I beat it. It's just not how life works. So, yeah. I'm glad you've enjoyed it enough to stick with it though. All those things and a good butt. I mean, if that's your cup of tea, you know, I ain't here to pass judgment. Gotta drive out to the airport at 10 p.m. Oh, nice. Gonna afternoon nap, so I'm fresh for later. Vicky, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a lovely flight. Take care of yourself. Or you didn't say flight. I hope that going to the airport goes well. Maybe you're picking someone up. I don't know. I hope you have a lovely trip. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself, okay? Bye, Vicky. It's so good to see you. We gotta catch up, Vicky. We gotta catch up sometime. I need to DM you. You've been on my mind. I want to catch up sometime. Another person where like our schedules are so different. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm bad at this. I'm really bad at like, oh, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Resident Evil Village, is that a game? I didn't know that. My first Resident Evil, was Resident Evil 6 on my old Xbox 360. Resident Evil Village, is that a game? Thank you. He's a great guy. He's super nice. He's funny. He calms me down. That's a good thing too. Reassures me when I'm overwhelmed or overthinking. He plays the guitar. Ooh, likes to sing me country music songs. That's lovely. Nice. Well, all those, something I've learned, and people call me sappy and think I'm a bullshitter sometimes and whatever, but you know what? All those kind of things that you say about the person when they're not around, and I'm sure that you do this because you're a sweetheart, Sydney. You really are. But I like to remind people, make sure that you tell the person those things regularly too. Never assume that someone just, you know, that they know. Never. I think it's so easy in the busyness of life for us to forget to be like, hey, you're my friend or you're my partner or you're, you know, this or that in my life. And these are the things that I really appreciate about you. And like, I'm grateful that you're a part of my life for these reasons. Never forget to share that. That's so important. It's so important, you know? Even if they're like, stop, and that makes me shy or whatever, they maybe don't hit them with it every day, but it still matters. Yeah, it's like, I really appreciate that you calm me down. You are a grounding presence, and I love that you play guitar and sing me beautiful songs. You have a great singing voice, and it makes me happy. Like, those compliments, they sound so sappy, and they're so important. They are foundational to, like, relationships, not just romantic, but just relationships in general, right? Letting people know that, like, I see you, I value you, I appreciate you. Those things matter. So I know that you do it. I'm sorry, I get on my soapbox about that. And it's because I wasn't good at it and still struggle with it, to be honest. It's something that I'm trying to grow in as a person. So we decided to stream both. Oh, nice. Yeah. Dark Souls will take a bit. Oh, yeah. The streaming, it changes the schedule for sure. Sure. Oh, yeah. Hit me up, DM anytime. I will, Vicky. I will, for sure. Have a safe drive. Yes, it was a game. Okay, Tyler. Darling Souls would be a good... Oh, my God. That is a really... Darling Souls. That's actually... I like that. Go with it. Go. Look at that creativity happening. Trademarked. Over there. Not mine. I'm just the company that... Nah. Tell them all the time. Excellent. Good. Ooh. Let's go. J-Rock has showed me this song. I don't know how many of you remember J-Rock, but fun guy. Another sweetheart. Not wrong, absolutely. Yep. No, really, we're all very happy for you, Sydney. You deserve it. Make the most of it, Enjoy your time together, look out for each other, and I hope it all works out. I really do. Putting up to tell his first kiss story again for the newcomers. I can feel it in my bones. Whoa, nah, not today. I'm not necessarily in that headspace right now. But yeah. I know you were just joking. Speaking those thoughts into the world and into relationships. Important, healthy, good for the soul. Yes. And it's just, I think it's good to remind ourselves of that because it's so easy in the rush of the day-to-day life to forget to tell people. I was reminded last night, actually. I was in a private Discord call with a good friend. And it's someone who, like, our friendship, I truly appreciate and value. But a lot of our friendship is just, like, picking on each other, bullshitting, that kind of thing. And it works. It works for us. But sometimes I'm really bad about forgetting to be like, hey, like, dude, you're a good friend. Like, thank you for being you. Thank you for having me as part of your life. And he started, like, telling a story about, like, family and stuff, and I was listening. We both had our cams on, and we were just talking and like sharing some drinks and just talking. And I started fucking tearing up, and I think he saw. I was, my eyes got all red, and I started tearing up because he was like saying all these kind things, and I was like, holy shit! Like in the rush of all of our bullshit of like jabbing at each other, fucking around and stuff, I was like, it's been a really long time since I've just been like, dude, you're a good friend, and I really appreciate your company. You make me laugh. When I'm having a bad day, I can show up and like you make me feel better. And I hadn't shared that in so long, and I was like, damn. And like he hit me with that back, and I was like, oh, like I got to do better. I got, we're always growing. But I was reminded specifically yesterday by a good friend about like the importance of sharing those feelings and things. So, yeah. Love that you're giving me advice. Yeah. I'm surprised that he's dating me. Like I said, I'm definitely the overthinker in our relationship. So I struggle with being in a relationship sometimes. I don't know how to be a girlfriend. Sure, but you know what? I'm gonna read the rest of your sentence in a minute, or your comment in a minute. But I hear that a lot. Like I don't know how to be a partner. I don't know how to be a girlfriend. I don't know how to be a boyfriend or whatever. I don't know how to be a partner for someone. What you do know how to be is yourself. You know how to be you, and that's like. The person has chosen to be around you. So I would say focus less on like fitting a mold of being like a partner, and just focus more on like being yourself. And that's, I think that's really the core. Don't try to fit this mold or that mold, or like, well, partners should do X or Y. Be you. And like, you're already like such a sweet person. It'll come naturally, it'll come naturally. So, Only my second boyfriend. Guys have always hurt me or let me down. Okay, yeah. Makes it hard, right? When we're hurt, makes it hard to open up. No doubt about it. I'm confused on what to do or how I should be during our relationship. Yeah. And it's a slow process. You know, you'll figure it out. There's no right or wrong answer. Like, we'll all probably have different advice from our own experience. My God, I'm certainly not an expert. I have made a shit ton of mistakes. I'm not good at relationships. So, but, always, first of all, never be too proud to apologize. I think that's really important. Like, if you mess up, just be like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, that was on me. I think never being too proud to apologize is, like, critical, right? Be humble in the relationship. Put forth a good effort. Trust each other. Those things are so important. And once they're compromised, it's really hard for those things to come back. It's those things are precious. They're fragile. They're beautiful. You have to take care of them. Because once they're broken, it's very hard to put them back together. But right now, at month 1 and 2, I would say just keep being you. Don't think it. I know you said you're an overthinker. I am too. Don't overthink it. Just enjoy it. Be there. Be there for each other. Describe the things that you appreciate about each other. Be in that phase of the relationship. Enjoy early relationship, right? And part of the risk of putting yourself out there is that sometimes we do get hurt. People that we love can hurt us sometimes, and that's part of that, like, space. You can't feel deeply about someone without risking that pain from time to time. But I still believe that the payoff is far greater than the risk. I really do. As someone who's been hurt many times, I still believe that, like, my happiest highs with people have been far greater than, like, those lowest lows that, for whatever reason have come around. So, if I remember, it's like 8 or 9 Resident Evil games. Okay. Hadn't had time to get in to play all of them. Yeah, if you enjoy the lore and stuff, definitely, take one at a time. Just enjoy them. Don't burn out. Put breaks in between the games, Tyler, and enjoy the story, That's so nice. Yeah. Agreed. I love the stories. Just be open, listen, communicate. Yep, I couldn't have said it better. Wait. Ike, I should know it, but what's ALLO? Allo? What is? Remind me. I know I should know it. I'm gonna be embarrassed when you type it out, but remind me. Come up to breathe. The person who introduced me to this song, I don't even remember their name anymore. But we got in a bad fight, and we don't even talk. We haven't spoken in years. And whenever I hear this song, I think about that. Yay! Sometimes they can't be put back. You are correct. Yep. You are absolutely correct. Being able to admit when you fuck up, yes, that is so important. And that was a journey for me to even, like, be able to say that was important, let alone to actually practice that. No one's perfect. That's the main thing, right? No one's perfect. We all have, like, baggage. We all come in with different experiences and preconceived notions, and we all come in with our own flaws. We all come in with things that we are great at and areas of growth. But yeah, being able to apologize is a huge thing. Admitting when you're wrong, something that took me a long time to learn. Same, healthier to own up and make things right. Yeah. Than to expect others to get over it. Absolutely. Agreed, 100%. Been hurt so many times. Whenever we have, like, a disagreement, I think and feel like he's gonna leave me. Yeah. And that's your own lived experience. I'm not telling you. I'm not gonna minimize that. Like, I get it. Disagreements are scary, especially when you have a history of people hurting you. But part of that healthy relationship is also on the inverse, like trusting that if your partner says, I'm going to be there for you, and we may disagree, but, like, I still care about you, and we'll get through this, right? You have to, part of that relationship is being vulnerable and putting yourself out there and trusting the words that someone says like that. And sometimes that bites you on the ass. Sometimes people don't mean what they say and they're just smooth talkers, but sometimes they do. And those are the really special folks out there. And hopefully, hopefully that'll be your story. But regardless, I'm happy for you. I feel like I'm getting so boxy. I'm sorry. No one's here for. I am not a therapist. I am not a relationship counselor. I'm happy to give like my own talk. But remember that everything I say is just from my experience. So there's a ton. There's a wealth of amazing resources out there. People who are far more educated in this, have way more experience, and who have a much better idea than random rabbit on the internet. But I'm happy to share like my own thoughts. Aloe, that's right. Thank you, Ike. I was like aloe. I was like, I know aloe. I kept. Not a good sign. This is how not grounded I am in reality. Ike, when you wrote aloe, there's a streamer. There's a pretty big streamer, Whiskey Dingo, and that's one of his lines. Instead of saying hello, he goes aloe, 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 aloe. And like instead of hello, he does the aloes. And I was like, all I could see with ALLO is him going aloe, 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 aloe. And I was like, all right. I was like, my brain has just reset into the wrong timeline. Yeah. Thank you for explaining, because my brain was not clicking. Be with you. Do, 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 do. I have some ELO on my. Oh, it's over here. Sorry. I have some ELO on my work laptop, and I was like in an office the other day, kind of doing some work, and I had it just playing in the background quietly. I love music when I'm working, and someone walked in and they were like, "Is that ELO?" Now we're friends. Open, honest communication, understanding, and accountability. Absolutely. Reflection. Yep. I agree with everything Wojo said. This. Absolutely. These are words of wisdom. I'm glad to hear that, Sydney. I'm glad he makes you happy. I'm glad you make each other happy. I wish all the happiness. I hope it works out. Congratulations. Someone who's committed enough to get past the bumps. Yes. Not alone. I had heard it before, but it had been so long I basically had forgotten it. Yeah, so don't worry. Okay, so Octar, is your goal to get all the titles? Is that the goal? Let's see. Trying to fix my relationship when me and my ex was together back in 2024. Okay. I fuck up with my relationship. I'll try to fix. I decided not to be in a relationship until I can love my. Yeah. Also, super important. Tyler's words here also really good piece of advice. The importance of like being forgiving towards yourself when you make mistakes, appreciating the things that make you, trusting that you have value, that you have worth, that you are a person who deserves love, friendship, forgiveness, right? That's also so important, because if you're constantly like self-deprecating and don't believe in yourself, if your partner's like, oh my God, like I love your smile, it brightens my day. And if you're like, no, stop, I'm ugly. Or if they're like, oh, you're so funny. It's like, no, I'm not that funny. Like there is humility and being humble, and that's cool. That's important. But there's also like eventually shutting someone down by constantly being like, no, like kind of towing that line as well between like loving yourself and saying like, yeah, I do deserve this. Like that's okay. I deserve the love that I'm getting. I am worthy of being loved. So important. I think Tyler said it better. You know how wordy I am, but yeah. Loving yourself is really important. 1,036 pairs of Jesus. Hey, plenty of replayability there. What's the next game you're doing? I don't know. Something I've noticed about me in stream lately, I've been all over the place. We did an Audica stream when we should have done a Tuesday Talks because I didn't feel like talking, and so we just played rhythm games. I've done a truck sim night. I really enjoyed the shit out of that. I found out that was really good for talking, aside from the fact that I have to take my eyes off the road to read chat, and we crashed a couple of times. What else have we done? We've done this Tuesday talk. We did... I really enjoyed the game show, the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I've been experimenting a lot with different things lately, so I don't really have a plan, to be honest with you, Sydney. I don't have like a schedule, like this is what we're doing next. There will be a stream Thursday unless I don't feel good or something, but or if work comes up as always. And I don't know. We still have the Spyro Reignited trilogy in progress. Recently, a good friend gifted me the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy, which we talked about playing as well. I've never played Crash Bandicoot, so we have a ton of options. And I don't know. I kind of show up and see what I feel like streaming, and I think that makes it better because if I'm really enjoying it, I get more into it, make funny jokes or whatever. I'm a boomer. I'm like, oh wow, this guy, oh, old people. How do my fingers play game? I think it makes for a better experience for everybody. I certainly enjoy it more. So. Can be the hardest part of it all, loving yourself? Yeah, damn right it can be. Damn right. Sydney? So, yes. Sydney, this is so good. This is good. This is good. Someone who builds you up, right? That's important. That's such a good thing. I'm happy for you. Pretty rare thing to hear from, anyone who's not Arrow Ace, since it's usually assumed or implied when talking about relationship. Yeah. Very different perspective. But so on the flip side, Ike, and I don't think that you are making a counter argument. Let me be clear. I don't think that we're on like opposite sides of a fence. Because my advice, while we are kind of like fixated on like a romantic relationship at the moment, I think also is very applicable to just all relationships, friendships and things like damn, like I really appreciate like the creativity you bring to our conversations, or I appreciate the, even to your friends, to family, to whatever someone is in your life. I think this advice that we're all sharing about relationships applies to relationships in like the general sense of the word. And I think you and I are on the same page about that. So I don't think I'm like countering you. I want to be clear. But just for clarity for anyone else, this advice is solid. Like, you should surround yourself with people, whether they're your romantic interest or not, who inspire you to do better, who make you believe in yourself, who believe in you, who support you, who care about you. Those are good things. Those are good people. They're hard to find. So a lot of folks are more interested in advancing like their own needs, wants, desires. But you can, when you find those folks, they're precious, and it's worth celebrating them too. Because they. Yeah. If I were to refine it and break it all down, 333 adjectives, 703 subject title. Damn. Okay, so you're running all kinds of data analysis on this now. Well, Octo, how many of the titles do you already have, and how many do you need to get? That's really the question I'm curious about. I'll let him know that my online big brother says he better treat me right. Well, if you won't, that's not. Instead of like, I hope that the message you pick up from me more, and I know that you're joking because you got the laughing face. I hope the message that you get from me more than like he better treat you right is, I truly hope that you all inspire each other, that you treat each other well. It's a shared effort, So I hope that the message you get is that I hope the best for you all. Yeah. And I know with the laughing face, it was like, oh, you better treat Sydney right, but also I'm not that intimidating. I'm just a rabbit. But I do hope that, you all forge a path together forward that's healthy for both of you. And yeah, that's incredible. Well done. Best version of yourself and vice versa. Yeah. We have gotten so. This is why I fucking love Tuesday Talks, people. Right here. I had no idea we were going to be getting this deep and talking about like heartfelt shit and everything, and I am all about it today. I'm in that head. Like, yes. Sydney, thank you so much for inspiring this conversation by sharing your lovely news. And everyone, thank you for like being vulnerable and talking about your experiences and things. That is incredible. Look at this. Look at all this like all this time and all this positive thought and like thoughtful reflection that we've put into like what are relationships and how do they impact us and why are they meaningful, and you know, that's incredible. What a wealth of beautiful knowledge and experience. I appreciate that, y'all. Well done. You all did the work. I'm just narrating most of your comments and occasionally throwing my own like seasoning in. Y'all did the work. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Everyone in chat, give yourselves a big old round of applause. Yes. Yeah. Cool. Hell yeah. I love sharing positivity. It's not always positive. Let me be clear, but it's the part that I like. Sometimes there are bumps and hiccups and things for sure, and you got to work through those too. That's just as important. But yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Where do steppies fall in with all this? Juno. They fall to the man with the sword, so, you know. They fall into that, like, they fall into the healthy communication. If that's something you need, you know, you can, in a relationship, you can talk about that and then, you know, go from there and see if both parties consent, then step you away, you know. Yes. This is a lovely little world, though, y'all. I don't know how much you really got a chance. I've had the camera really locked in close, you know. But look around. Look at this place. This is an amazing space. Check it out. We've got this lovely like structure of like a crescent moon shape. Those reflection pools. This lamp, I love like the moon inspired lamp over here. Right, so good. Got the little candle. There's actually, you don't see it from your current view, but if I walk just a bit, there's actually several seats. Boom, boom, boom. Video player, of course. I try and keep that just off cam, and I have the video turned off. There's also like a nice seating area over here, just off camera, that sort of thing. So it is a really, really lovely world. The little occasional shooting stars, the dramatic, you know, it's just, what a scene. What a scene. Yeah. You know, I like my little low-key environments when we're hanging out. Advice on what we should do and talk about? Long distance can work. I'm not a long distance hater. I fully believe long distance is possible. I think it changes things a little, right? You got to be more intentional about setting time aside, spending that time together. Time should be, it sounds like y'all are close enough that time zones aren't an issue, but like if time zones are an issue, both parties need to be compromising on time, not just one person or the other, right? There's a lot there. I think, you know, one of the most important things about long distance is making sure that you've got that dedicated time set aside, that you always make for each other, that you protect for each other. That's really important because it's easy to forget. It's easy to be like, oh, well, I'll see you tomorrow. And oh, something came up. I'll see you tomorrow. And that distance. That's all that happens is that. So definitely harder, but definitely doable. We have tons of technology. As for what you should talk about on your 1 month anniversary, you should talk about the things that you enjoy, that you appreciate, that you love, that you care about, your common interest. You know, I wouldn't get like too into the like, what are the goals of this relationship? Where are we going? At 1 month, you should just be celebrating each other. You should be like, wow, 1 month of happiness. Let's enjoy it. You know, make the most of the day. Do something that you both really enjoy. You know, maybe both agree if you're far apart, if you're going to be hanging out like online together or on a call or whatever, assuming you're not together, you know, assuming that you're not like physically together, maybe you could both sit down and say, all right, let's both get the same meal and eat it together. Even though we're apart, Like, if there's something you both like maybe you both really love McDonald's chicken nuggies, and you're like, we're both going to get like a 20 count nuggie, a large fry, and a drink, and we're going to just sit down on cam and just eat, or whatever that looks like. That's assuming something like, and then maybe put on like a fun movie or play a game together or whatever it is you like, right? And just make it about the time together. It doesn't have to be like a grand gesture. It doesn't have to be like, where are we going? What's happening? At 1 month, just enjoy the time together. That's like that honeymoon phase where everything's lovely and everything's wonderful, and enjoy that. Make the most of that time. That's precious. That's foundational time. So that's my advice. I don't know. Other people may have other thoughts, but make the most of that time. Woo! I remember when this song came out, I was in high school, and one of my classmates learned this, like how to do this on piano. Damn, everyone was like, what? Too late. What a good song. All right. I'm sorry, I fell behind on chat because of soapbox. So I'm gonna breeze through a few comments kind of fast. That doesn't mean I'm not reading them. So, yep. That was my advice on that. Steppies are key for people like daspra. He needs step ladders to get to lip level. All right. I'm watching you, Dez. I'm watching. Steppy arbiter. I mean, I've been around the block. I'm just saying, I know a thing or two about, anyway. So, okay, I want to be clear. Wojo and I kind of hit different points. I didn't read it. Where is it? Maybe some hopes on what the future could be, the possible struggles that could arise. So to be clear, when I finished my statement, I said that was just my advice, right? So Wojo went to that first and is now like agreeing with me here, which that's fine. But I don't think that Wojo and I don't think that I'm right and Wojo's wrong. I think Wojo and I have like different experiences on this. I think those are both valid answers. Like, I would just be about celebrating the moment because that's where I am in life. Wojo, there's a reason Wojo went to that first. Like, what are some of the challenges we may face? What are we looking forward to? Those are both good things to talk about. Like, Wojo's answer isn't wrong. So if that sounds better to you and like y'all's relationship, do that. I think that's the cool thing about this, right? We have different ideas. So yeah. Is that Amaya? Amaya, hey, how you doing? It's so good to see you. Welcome in. How you been? Movies together, yeah. And having that thoughtful conversation, right? Oh, that part, Wojo. So, yes. Watching things with people is like step one. Having that fun conversation after, like, what did you think about that? It doesn't have to be like a film critic conversations paper thing, but just like, what'd you like about it? Which characters did you like? What did you, those conversations. Yes. Call every night, watch movies together. Yeah, it's lovely. That's good. Best relationship I ever had started online. Yep. Blood got some wisdom there. Doesn't just because it starts that way doesn't mean it'll stay that way. Exactly. Nervous because today technically is court day. Oh, Maya, I hope it goes well. I hope that there's. I know I have a small context from a couple of your comments, and I hope it goes well. I'm sure it's going to be a hard day. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it's not going to be. But you know what? You are a very strong person, and even while it's difficult, you're going to get through it. And there will be a new day, and eventually this weight will be lifted off of your shoulders, and you'll be on the other side of it, and you'll be able to look back at this and breathe that moment of relief. That's not too far in the distant future. You're almost there. So just one day at a time. You'll get there. I know you will. You will get there. Today might be hard, but it'll be a day, and then it'll be a new day. And I believe in you. Okay, you got this, Amaya. You got this. There will be a point where you will look back, and this will be totally in the rearview mirror. It'll change you. You'll never be the same person again, but you'll learn and you'll grow from this experience. And yeah, You got this. Yeah, no, like I've you know, I run a small furry arbitration service. What a ridiculous set of words. Yeah, no, for real though. I've definitely like had to discuss steppies with people before. It's whatever. Never been to or inside a court in any fashion. They are very interesting, Octo. There's a lot of stuff that like courts aren't just places where like massive legal battles take place where you go if you're in trouble. Like sometimes you got to go get like a permit from the courthouse or register. I think depending on the county, if you're in the U.S. or well, I think depending on where you live, like sometimes courthouses handle like birth certificates, death certificates, those things too. So they're very like institutional places, very governmental institutional places. There's a lot of just cool stuff that happens there. They're interesting. It's good to know where your local courthouse is and like how to navigate it. That's a good skill to have in general, just in case you ever need it, you know? They just don't have trust in her to actually keep her word. Well, hopefully it works out, Amaya. All Zoom call. Are all courts just Zoom calls now? Fascinating. I know. I see. I didn't know that. Amaya just taught me something. Well, at least you don't have to go, I guess. Furry arbitration service. I fucking taking notes. All right. Need a permit. Yep. Yeah, Octo, I was like saying like county courthouse, and then I was like, I didn't want to say where you were from. I was like, in my head it clicked. I was like, oh wait, Octo is from Canada, and I don't know much about the Canadian like legal system. I don't know how if it's similar. I'm sure there's some parallels, but I'm not experienced enough to give good advice there. That's why I kind of just like trailed off at first. I was like, oh shit. So no, I remember. I just didn't want to say in case you didn't want to share it. Yeah. No, you should definitely like in general. I think that's just true in life. Yeah, at least look like you've. This isn't directed at Amaya. I'm sure Amaya's gonna do it, but like just in general, like if like Wojo was saying, anywhere when you're going somewhere, just rolling up anywhere in life in jammies is like I get it. It's comfortable. It's not always the best call though. Yeah. And does it suck that people like look at someone and then make like passing judgment very quickly? Yes. But on the flip side, when you see someone walk up and they look well put together and it's like they've agreed to meet you and they've taken time to like put themselves together and look very presentable, you're like, oh, like I think on the flip side, we appreciate when people are like take that extra effort and it's like, oh man, like you look great. Thanks. So do you, So I think it works two directions on that. I'm a little bit old school in thought there, so I have to acknowledge my own bias there. I'm definitely most overdressed at work all the time, so that's the boomer in me coming out. I can't help that. Steppies permit? Blood, you looking one? You did pay the minimum fee earlier. I'm happy to issue you one. All right. Flying down? Is it you said 4 hours apart. It may be way cheaper to make the drive at 4 hours or train. I don't know what your options are. I'm sure you've already looked into it. Maybe flight is the best choice. Traveling by myself for the first time. Yeah. Okay, so the first time I did it, I was scared and I almost bailed and didn't do it. I'm a huge fan of traveling by myself though. I love traveling alone. I love it. I'm a very how do I explain this? I'm not a big fan of agenda. So my entire work life and by extension, my personal life, everything is super structured, right? I have schedules and times and when can we meet? We can meet at this time. I'll be there between these hours. We're going to do these things. My whole life is like that because of like a lot of like my work schedule in particular requires that level of precision. So when I travel, when I like take time off from work, from life, and I travel, I like to go alone and I plan nothing. There has been more than once that I have purchased a plane ticket to a place and purchased the return ticket like 2 weeks later. So I had the round trip tickets established. and I had nothing figured out on the site. No hotels reserved, no cars rented, nothing. And I just get off the plane. I travel with one backpack. I throw it over my shoulder, and I start walking, and I start talking to people. I'm like, yo, what? You live here, right? Yeah? What's fun to do? And they start talking, and I just stop and talk to people. And they're like, hey, you should check out this little cafe. And then I go into the cafe, and I start talking to the people in the cafe. I'm like, what's good to do here? What do you like to do? And I just talked, what do you recommend I eat? What do I try? Where should I stay tonight? Oh, I love that. It's so much. I love that. Some people would be stressed the fuck out by that. I love it. I think it's cool. So, because it kind of flips my life upside down. Everything's so structured in my life, so flipping it is nice. But anyway, I don't know. I forgot my original train of thought. I got super sidetracked on that. I'm sorry. But yes, traveling by yourself is fun. That was the point. I like it. So it is nerve-wracking though the first time. I won't lie to you, but you can do it. You have to do Zoom court case butt naked with an elephant painted on your hips. Damn. Who knows? Depending on the judge, that could go in your favor. I don't know. Filling out required paperwork. Yeah. Hate to have trouble. Not the game warden. Get out, dude. Be the night fever. We know how to do it. The Bee Gees are so fucking good. All right. Oh, well, Blood, I'm sorry. We don't allow retractions in this court, so steppies are... Nah, I'm just kidding, man. Oh, Amaya, are you going to T-pose on the job? Are you going to zoom in with the T-pose? Could you imagine? Sorry, have you all seen that? Oh my God, I'm sure you have. During COVID, during the pandemic, there was that Zoom court call that was happening, and the guy had it was an old attorney, and he had accidentally turned himself into a cat using a Zoom filter. And the judge is like, I don't remember the guy's name. He was like, Mr. Johnson, you appear to be a cat. And the guy's like, I'm aware, I'm working to address the issue. And there's like a few minutes, and then there's like some awkward silence, and they're trying so hard like not to laugh. And finally, the guy that has the cat filter, he's yeah, he's like, I'm not actually a cat, Your Honor. I'm here. I'm actually, and then he's like, I am prepared to move forward as a cat, because he couldn't figure out how to turn it off. And it's so funny. It's so fucking funny. Oh my God. Juno, Juno, I'm sorry to ask, dude. Can you find it and link it in chat? Do you mind? If you can't, it's okay. I'll put it in the Discord later, but oh my God, it makes me laugh. It's so funny. I don't normally tell people to watch shit because I think we're inundated with media, and everybody's like, watch this, it's funny, and then you watch it and you're like, yeah, that was fine, I guess, but that one really makes me giggle. Like, it makes me very happy. So if you want to watch it, please do. If not, that's okay too. You do what makes you happy, but damn, it makes me giggle. All right, let me see. Asserting dominance. Yes. T-pose, Amaya for sure. I just got an idea. What if it's a... wait, I just got an idea. What if it's a furry app to be in a relationship with furries? Is that a thing yet? Yes, Tyler. I don't know if anyone's answered. There are apps specifically for like furries that are seeking relationships. I don't remember what they're called. Legit, I'm not on them, but I've heard of them. I've heard people talk about them. Some folks in chat may know. If you do, and if they're appropriate, throw them out. If they're not, don't throw them out. You know what I mean. He likes to cook. Oh, nice. Cooking's fun. Cooking meals together is fun too. That's really yeah. Cooking together is really fun. That's a very very lovely relationship thing. Advice. No, I do have a piece of advice about relationships though. Especially if you're normally long distance, when you are together, turn your phones off, or maybe don't if it's your first. If you have because what you should also do is send your itinerary If you're traveling to meet someone for the first time in person, you should for safety, you should send your itinerary to trusted loved ones, friends, people who know you. Maybe put one of those like apps on your phone where they can see your location, right? Those things are important. So don't turn your phone off if you're doing those things. But disconnect, like put it on silent or put it on vibrate and don't look at it. You know, be present, be with the person that you're going to see. We're all so bad about, and I'm just as guilty. We're all so bad about like, oh, hold on, my phone's ringing. This might be work. This could be important. This could be this. This could be that. And if you start tallying those minutes that you spend on the phone and you subtract it from the total time you have with somebody when you're visiting them, it's shocking how much time we waste. How much time we truly waste that we could have with someone when we're looking at other things. It just, I don't know. So my advice is always like, be present. And that's my advice in life. Be present. Wherever I've said this so many times. The folks who've been part of the stream for a long time are going to roll their eyes at me. Wherever you are, be 100% there. That's so important. When I'm talking to you all, like here, when we're having Tuesday talks, I am here. My phone is turned off over on my desk. It's gone. It will not ring. It will not turn on. It's gone. Because I'm here. And then when I'm not here, I'm not. You know, I'm barely on Discord. Like I don't chat a lot because I'm like with a friend IRL or I'm at work or, you know, with my family. And I try to focus that time. That's so important. Be there. Be there. I don't know why I'm so soapboxy today. I'm sorry, y'all. Feel free to tell me to shut the hell up. Okay, I'm going to really speed run a bit. He likes to cook. Yep. You always go to court and assless chaps. Blood, I'm just going to go past that. All chaps are assless. Not these. Never mind. Chap lips. Ah! I am not a cat. Yes, Juno knows. Someone other than, assuming sweet and live, be extra cautious. See, if I had got caught up on chat, Dez has already made the points I was making, but yes, be extra cautious. Oh, Amaya got a song going. Let's go. Yeah. Bright purple, please link it. It's so good, Blood. Thank you, Juno, so much. Me, if I was a lawyer, he's definitely a cat. It's so good, Ike. It's so good. It's so good. Yo, if you want a good chuckle, watch that clip. It's so good. Anyway. Do not disturb. That was good. Beautiful clip. Absolutely. I'm a speedrunner. I got through it. My phone's on because I'm watching on it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you're here right now, right? And I do think that, like, let me be clear. I'm not saying that, like, you all as the chatters or viewers or whatever in this moment need to be totally focused on this and doing nothing else. That's different. I think, like, because streams on the viewer side, right? You pop in a comment when you want, you listen. Some people, like, lurk. Some people, that's fine. I do the same thing. But I think, like, for me, my response, I shouldn't be like, oh, let me look at my phone while I'm talking. So, yeah, that's a different dynamic. I'm not referring to chat there. But, like, if you're going to have dinner with someone, oh, my God. You know if it's happened to you. It's like, I'm going to go have dinner with a friend, and they spend the whole fucking night on their phone. And you're like, why are we even out? Like, what are we doing? And if they're like, oh, I want to show you this funny thing, or like, here's a life update, here's a photo, right? That's different. But if they're just sitting there, like, literally on Discord talking to their other friends, and you're like, why are we here? What are we doing? I could have just sat in a web call with you and done the same shit. Like, I thought we were going out to do stuff. But, once again, this is like the fourth time I've acknowledged this. I am old. And I think a lot of my thought processes are that of an older person. What I'm saying isn't law. It's just important to me. A lot of people can be on their phone and be very engaged with a conversation and multitask effectively. So, you know, I'm not telling you how to live. I'm just my thoughts on the subject. Ask my dad for permission to date you? That's cute. I don't hate lurkers, Ike. Always on her phone, even watching. Oh my God. Okay. That is a personal pet peeve. Oh, Amaya. Oh my God. That pisses me. Oh. I hate, because I don't like a lot of films. If I'm like, oh, please, I want to watch this film with you. I want this person to sit down, shut up, and watch the movie. Oh, I get so pissed. Or when someone's like, "Can you back the movie up?" I wasn't watching. I'm like, "No, I ain't backing shit up." Oh, that is a irrational pet peeve of mine. Oh, oh, Motley Crue's so good. Absolutely. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to unpack my like pet peeve with you all. I'm so sorry. That happens all the time though. When I put on a movie, I'm like, I'm watching it. I'm like, oh. And occasionally I'll be like, oh, or wow, or I might laugh, but I'm not. If someone starts talking, even if it's about the movie, and I can't believe I do this because I know movies should be like a social experience between friends, but if I'm watching a movie and someone starts talking, if they talk for more than like 5 seconds, I pick up the controller and pause the movie, and I'm like, go ahead, and I just look at them. I'm like, you didn't have to stop it. I'm like, well, I can't hear you and the movie, so what? That's me being a little toxic. I gotta work on that. His parents raised him well, not wrong. You know, and I think that, Sydney, I think that for some folks, that's like a super. I think this is very like asking your parents and stuff. If everything is like picture perfect, right? If it's if you have a very close relationship with your family, if he has a close relationship with his, if y'all are all kind of like bought into like that idea that like that the family connections, I think from that lens, that's very sweet. And so I'm not pushing against that at all. I think it's very sweet. It's very wholesome. It is. You know, for some people, you know, for some folks just don't have good relationships with their families for various reasons. And so that story doesn't always translate one-to-one. Some people don't give it, like, they don't care if their guardians approve of their relationship. Some guardians are quite, you know, they're a negative influence on their child's life, and they, you know, so I'm not diminishing what you're saying. I think it's adorable, especially from your lens. It's cute, it's lovely, it's wholesome, but also remember that that's not everybody's story. So I'm not saying this doesn't have to happen. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't mean the person's bad. It just means they have a different experience. But it's very cute to see you say it. I love it. I'm happy for you. Wait, Blood, what? What were you doing, Blood? Lies and deception. I mean, I agree with you, Ike, on that. I don't think that people can multitask effectively in that way, but I don't know. I'm also old. Maybe that's a sign that I'm just out of touch. You know, I have to leave space for like I may be getting out of touch. I always have to leave space for that because that happens. That's part of getting older. I just become out of touch. I've always been out of touch, but you know what I'm saying. When they're looking for your reaction, oh, just staring at you instead of the movie. Oh yeah, Maya, if you have reasons that you can't laugh, that doesn't mean you don't find something funny. And if someone knows that about you and they're still like, why aren't you laughing? I'm sorry to hear that, by the way. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, Joe, and I'm a big fan of subverting expectations. So, like, if someone's staring at me, waiting for me to react, I will intentionally just not react. I have a very well practiced poker face when I want to be difficult, and I'll just play okay, you know. And I'm like, did you not think that was funny? And I'm like, yeah, it was fine, and I'll just hand the thing back. So. I do. Okay, so if people are like at a movie theater talking during a film, that really, yeah, I'm not a fan, not a fan, not a fan. Oh, Blood, you said you generated some image with Motley Crue or something. It was hard to look at. I was like, what? What were you doing? Yep, Wojo, agreed. That's something that okay. We've talked a lot about personal journeys today. I'm sorry to keep reflecting it back, but I'm speaking a lot from my own experiences today. What Wojo is saying here, and what I was kind of hinting at about like noting the part about relationship with parents. To be honest, wow, I keep lagging. That's really getting frustrating. I'm really trying to be patient with that. But these couple of comments that Wojo's making and sort of the point, the aside I was setting, I was am very, 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 very fortunate. I truly have phenomenal parents. They are very supportive. We have a healthy relationship. They sacrificed so much so that I could pursue the endless little bullshit. I was like, this week I'm interested in trying piano lessons. This week I want to try t-ball. This week I want to try like scouting. You know, and they sacrificed so much. They set healthy role models. They taught me how to treat people with respect, how to talk to people, how to listen to people. Like, I'm so damn lucky. I have such a privileged upbringing from a like relationship perspective. And I didn't know that for a long time, right? I didn't know. I just thought that was like the normal story. And as I started talking and listening to other people and hearing about like fractured families and people losing loved ones when they were young and like conflict and trauma and I was like, holy shit, like I've been ultra hella sheltered. And I had to like relearn how to talk about families because for me, family is always a positive. Parents are like, my folks are who I seek when I'm having my worst days. They are my core support network. That they are critical to my life. I call my parents every day and usually talk to them for between like 30 minutes to an hour on the phone. I'm just like, hey, how y'all been? What you been up to? They sometimes watch VODs from the stream. That is how involved they are. They fully are aware that I like get on here and wave my arms like a bunny. Like that is how connected they are, right? But that's not everybody's story. And I didn't know that for a long time. And so I try to remember that, is right. They watching you, Ike. But I try really hard to remember when I'm talking about that's not everybody's story. And we have to leave space for those conversations too. Because otherwise, it's very off-putting to be like, parents are great, family's amazing, da-da-da-da-da. That's not true for everybody. So I agree, Wojo. I think it's good to address that. So, yeah. I co-sign you. Co-sign you with that. Tonsil and adenoid removal. Oh, yeah. Watch the same movie 5 times in a day? Nah. I need like 2 years between watching a film. An 80s hair... Blood, send it. Blood, send it to me. Blood. Send it. I want to see it. Jealous with your relationship with your parents? Yeah. No, I'm very lucky. It took me a long time to be able to admit that. That was a level of privilege that I had that I didn't know for a long time. But yeah, for sure. My life will be... My folks are getting old. I'm an old guy, and my folks are getting old. And my life will be forever changed one day. I have a very hard moment in my future that I have yet to deal with. It will be the hardest thing I've ever dealt with. I think about it a lot, because they are a core part of my life. They are anchors in my life. I will be a very different person. The part that sucks is asked the ex's grandfather for a hand in marriage. Father 2 years. We got married, passed away. Pops was a nice person. Oh. Amaya, that's a hard thing too, right? When we start getting close to people, like when we get in relationships and we become part of like that family, and like family grows and reconnects and is redefined, and then that's lovely. But also like those people can leave, or and then if there's a falling out, it's hard. Relationships are so complicated. They're lovely, but they're complicated. So, hey, Motorhead, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Kind of a heavy subject, but I hope you're doing well. New nightmare unlocked. They just picture me like they wake up in a cold sweat. They see the Nanachi and everything. Oh yeah, definitely take it for granted. Blood, agreed. I took it for granted for a long time. You're gonna send it? I'm looking. Okay. Blood, I'm looking at the thing you sent me. Dude, it's not even that bad. I can see why you would be like, this is hard to look at. It's not even that bad. It's different. It's not how I'm used to seeing you, but it's not bad. Like, I think you could pull the look off. You might be offended by that sentence. I think you could do it. So. Super nice to me, but they aren't to her, which I don't understand. Yeah, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. So I don't know. Relationships are complicated. Be it friends, romantic partners, family members, colleagues. You know, they are very complicated, and no one is perfect. My parents always told me something else that they were great at modeling. They were really good at apologizing when they did something wrong, even as like the parents. And they sat me down all the time, and they said, you know, young daspra, tap, tap, tap on the head. Parenting didn't come with a handbook, and we're not perfect, and sometimes we make mistakes too. And they would apologize and say, this is how we're going to change to like do this differently. And they'd ask for my input on it, and we would talk about it. And they didn't always get it right? They didn't. I'm not going to bullshit and be like, oh, they were so great. They did everything perfect. They didn't. But they modeled what you look for when someone does fuck up. And that is so much harder. That's the cool thing. Like, if you fuck up, just be like, you know what? I made a mistake. I am so sorry. How do we move forward? How do we, like, address the moment, take ownership of what we did, and then how do we pivot forward? How do we learn and grow? That's the important part that people forget. How do you move forward? That question is so much more important. How do we move forward? So they were good at that. Anyway. Wish Dream Nova Beast, welcome in. It's good to see you. I'm sorry, I'm on a soapbox right now. We're deep in like relationship talks and things. So, but I hope you're doing well. Welcome in today. I love. Wait. Are you? I see the lick. Is that a slam? Oh, I love that emote. That's cute. Hey, and Tree, welcome in too. It's good to see you. Hello. Oh my God! Do you know Ike? Like, hey yo, it's like wakes up. That would be wild, dude. Okay, my folks have been aware that I do this for so long and have watched enough VODs. Some users they can name like by username. Tiger, cheers to that. Thank you for the tea. Cheers. Some folks they can literally name by username. Like for example, I'll pick on Ari and Aster. Like my folks are literally like, "Oh, how's Ari doing? How's Aster doing?" I'm like, yeah, "They're doing great." Yeah, they know people. Because they've just watched for so long, you know. They're like, "Oh yeah, like Ari seems really nice." Mom made a mod of the people joke one time. I was like, what are you doing? Get out. Not offended at all? Hell yeah. Dude, you can do it. Complicated history. My dad wasn't around much, but tried to make up with random vacations. Stepdad were addicts, very unhealthy behaviors. Then got super religious and judgy. Oh, damn, Wojo, I'm sorry to... Yeah, see? So these kind of stories, and Wojo, thank you for sharing. I know I'm sure it's always hard to talk about it. So thank you for being willing to share it. These stories are so important for people who had that like good relationship with their family. It's important to remember that like that's not everyone's story, and to just assume that like everybody's got like that talking about their parents equals a positive memory. That's not true. For some people, it's very hard to talk about their family. So. Drive a car? Yeah. Good morning. Yes. Just got off work? Hell yeah, Tiger. Welcome in, Map. Hope you're doing well. Why would you say what? Wait, why would I say what? Ike, what did I mess up? Do. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Wojo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear about the passing as well, because that's always hard. Regardless of the relationship, that's always hard. So. But this is always my flip side of that. It speaks volumes. My VR is really struggling. It speaks volumes to strength of character and resilience that you're the way you are, you know? You forged from difficult conditions. This person emerges very strong, independent, able to take care of themselves, doing this, like, yeah. Just remember those things too. I don't know if Nicki Minaj is necessarily hitting the vibe I was trying to transmit right then, but it's fine. I hope everybody's doing well, though. To all the folks who just popped in, we've been talking a bit about like life and relationships. Not just often when we hear relationships, we think romantic, but we've been talking about relationships broader, right? Wish? What? Huh? Am I missing something? Oh, you're talking to Wishstream. Gotcha. Do Wish and Lost know each other? I don't know. Do you? Do you know each other? Oh no, Ike, you're definitely on the list. Sleep well tonight, buddy. Are they Hotch fans? They know Hotch IRL. Remember that Stream Team is my IRL friend group. So like Hotch, JP, Gamer, they've been part of my they've been part of my family for a very long time. Yeah. I've known Hotch, JP, and Gamer for, oh my god, over 20 years. We've known each other for a long time. Yeah. So yeah, they're huge fans. Shit, they were like at my grandparents' funerals and stuff. Like that's how close that group. We're really. I don't think we show it on stream much. We are very intentional about not talking about real life when we stream. But we are a very tight knit group of friends. We don't spend anywhere as much time together as we should anymore. Life has a way of you just get busy, and you kind of you go in different directions, and it happens. It's okay. But we still like make that time for each other once in a while, and that's really nice. So what's going on? Not too much. We're just talking about, it's like a deep conversation kind of night. You know how it is on Tuesday Talks Tree. How you doing though? I don't good times when they passed. Yeah, super hard. Love them a lot. I hope they can see the growth I've made in the last couple of years. I think they'd be proud. Yeah. And Wojo, the main thing is like, the main thing is, are you proud of the person you are and the resiliency you've demonstrated, all that? If you are, you're killing it, And even if they, first of all, I'm sure that they were. I'm sure that they were proud. Even when folks don't necessarily get along, I think they're still proud deep down. They don't always know how to show it. A lot of older folks really struggled with communication, and it showed in a lot of ways. I know I struggle with it. So, but I'm sure that they were proud. I'm sure that they would be. Of that, I can confidently offer that. So, not knowing them, but I can still offer that. The list sounds like a threat. Juno, you on the list? The alphabet? That's a pretty good one too, Tiger. Now that I've been reminded the internet's forever, it is forever. But you know what? I think that, yeah. A good list to be on is the list of moms and dads, bro. They send a lot of positive energy out into the world, so. Question marks? Why are we question marking? Ike, what? What? Ike, what? Is this music you like, Tyler? This is good. This is fun. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, everyone's dancing because the music, Ike, if that's what you're asking. It is forever. No, I was trying to think of the right thing to say. I mean, the internet is forever. That is a full stop sentence. Like, I think that does require some dramatic emphasis and realization sometimes. People really forget that. Like, the shit you put out there is there. But I don't hate you. Diamonds are forever. I'm reminded of the Ron White bit. Whenever I see the line "Diamonds are forever," holy shit. Diamonds are forever. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna do it. Who's Ron White? Comedian from who's one of the comedians on the? Oh God, what was it? What was it called? That set of 4 comedians. There was Bill Ingram and Blue Collar Comedy. Thank you, Amaya. Thank you. Yes, he was part of Blue Collar Comedy Tour. He was the only one that I really liked, and I kind of watched his comedy separate. I didn't really like the Blue Collar Comedy Tour that much, but I did kind of like Ron White, and so I followed him. But anyway, yeah. He was just it was kind of big years ago, and they've all kind of retired and moved on for the most part. They're stand-up comedians, that sort of thing. Yeah, Ron White was like my. He reminded me that it was okay to smoke cigars and drink whiskey and just stand there and talk shit to people, you know? Amazing. Ron White's my guy. But now when you listen to him talk, you can tell that he spent years smoking cigars and drinking whiskey. He sounds like it. Diamonds are fair. And Andy Rooney's solid too, yeah. Robin Williams was great. Bunch of good comedians. I will occasionally watch stand-up. Stand-up is... I gotta be in the mood, though, you know? Hope I can be the monster to my daughters. Yeah, right? I'm sure you will be, Wojo. I'm sure you will be. I find that the people who are thoughtful about, like, the impact that their family had on them, they often end up in a really good position and are, like, stronger guardians as a result. So I'm sure you'll do great. Comedian from a lifetime ago? Are you really saying a lifetime? Come on. Bill, Larry, Ron White, Jeff Foxworthy. Yeah. Engvall was Hayes. That's right. I think I said Engvall. Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah. Jeff Foxworthy, I think, was the most prominent, actually. I think he probably had the most success, but I liked Ron White way better. Furry artist? Tyler, are you in the Discord? Will you drop it in the music channel? So I can remember to look it up later. Because I won't remember after stream, because we have so many interesting conversations. My brain gets cross-wired, and if it's not like posted somewhere, I will forget. It's not because I'm not curious. It's just, I'm not complaining. I want to be very clear. I'm not complaining. Sometimes it is hard to follow, like, even if there's like 2 or 3 different conversation threads happening, all of a sudden, if I say like, oh yeah, I'll look at that, and then only 20 minutes later, my brain is just completely cross-wired, and I've forgotten whatever I said, so. Rodney Carrington? Why do I know that name? Jackie no, I don't. I can't do any impressions straight. Never heard of any of them? That's okay. Yeah, Jeff was definitely a leader. He kind of pulled the group together and formed it, so. Forgot how much I love Tuesday Talks. Yeah, right? They're my favorite. It's so funny, because a lot of people... sorry, you brought this up, so I'm gonna touch on it for a minute. A lot of people can't stand, and that's fine, but a lot of people can't stand the Tuesday Talks. A lot of people who like find me on like playing a game, they're like, why aren't you playing more games? Why do you talk all the time? But I'm like, damn, like we have such fascinating conversation. It's back and forth. It's fun. It's all over the place. It's free flowing. It's very organic. It hits there. This is a great stream, and y'all do all the work. Y'all make it interesting and engaging and exciting, and you share stories, and I just narrate it. I'm just the guy waving my arms on camera and I borrow someone's beautiful creation. Someone else made the world. Other people made the avatar. I just show up, wave my arms, narrate, and y'all. It is really fun, though. I love the conversational directions of Tuesday Talks. You never know where they're going to go. I'm going to actually try to sleep before class now, but thank you. Lots of love, people. Likewise, Ike, take care of yourself. So good to see you again. Try not to get snowed in, man. Check the date of the diamond bit. It's probably older than some here. Probably. Thanks for the reminder, Des. Some of us are old, but most of us are. You'll do it? Hell yeah. Thanks, Tyler. I look forward to listening to it. I actually, one of my to-dos, I do want to become a little more familiar with like some furry musicians. I've heard there's a very prominent furry musician scene. And I don't know much about it. So I'd like to look into it more. I know Juno knows some of that as well, so I can connect with him too on that. So he did the Why do you know this, Blood? Blood, we're going to talk more about Bruno Mars, absolutely. I know that was the last song. So good. Is YouTube okay for music? That's great. Yeah, that's perfect, Tyler. That's what you know of the 1986 Cleveland balloon disaster. I will neither confirm nor deny my... No, actually, I don't know much about it. That is truly before my time. Sleep for class in the morning. A goodbye. A good night. Juno, I hope class goes well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for our talk last night too, man. I'll see you later, buddy. 2003 special? You may be right. Why do you not? More adult furry music. Go listen to Crimson the Fox. Are they pretty good? What's their genre? What do they do? Yeah. I'm curious also. Definitely. I'll be looking for some suggestions there. I'm just curious because I think it's a space that I've like tangentially existed in for a long time. You know, like I use like a furry avatar. I hang out with a lot of furry friends, but I'm still relatively not connected with a lot of the stuff. And I'd just like to be able to like, when someone's like, have you heard of this person? I'm like, nope. And they just look at me and like, okay, that was a conversation killer. I'd like to be able to instead go, yes, they were interesting, or yes, not my cup of tea, but I respect, you know, the genre or whatever. Like, just a no is a conversation killer. Like what Tree and I just did, right? See how I just shut Tree down? Tree was like, do you know about this thing? And I was like, I do not. And Tree goes, dang it. See that? See how I did? And see, now I need to apologize to Tree. So Tree, bring it in. Come here, Tree. We've known each other a long time. Look, Tree, I'm sorry that I shut you down. It wasn't my goal. And I hope that we can bounce back from this. I don't want your Hollywood apologies. Tree hates me. Rave music? Oh, nice. I need to get some real sleep before I develop a damn heart problem from continuously running on shifting to lurk mode. Blood, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out today, question mark? I don't know how you look at time, but yeah, good to see you, man. And thanks for the subscription. Much appreciated. See you later, Blood. Lo-fi? I do like lo-fi. Time to lurk. Buckle up. Tiger, thanks for the lurk. Everyone, seatbelts again. We're in Tiger's car. Feel very shut down. I'm sorry. A combination I never knew I needed until I heard the song. Elton John and Britney Spears. Are you kidding? Such a good... Woo! All right. You saw Arizona? Oh my God, they're so good. Hitting some dance moves. Yeah, I mean, if you count me waving my arm, I still can like move once in a while. Hold on, I've been practicing this one. Ready? How'd I do? Animated lead singers are amazing. They when they put on like a performance, they're fun to watch, you know? Nah. I'll get banned. No 18 plus content. Watch it. I'm getting my hips moving. Schmoving. All right. Am I? True. They would. Hold me closer, dancer. All right. Well, I got burned really well on that one. Damn. I don't know why that made me laugh a lot more. That was pretty good. Well done. Excellent. You like my moves, Map? Thanks. You did come out swinging on that one. God. In 1982, there was a guy who tied 42 weather balloons to a lawn chair. He had a 45-minute flight. What the hell? Like, what was his backup plan if the balloons failed? Like, let's say you get up in the air far enough that a fall would be devastating, right? What happens then? Did he have a canopy or anything? Or was he just like, this is it? I don't know. Ask him. It wasn't me. Oh, I thought it was you, Tree. My bad. It was definitely tree coated. You know what I'm saying? It was tree coated for sure. He did have a parachute. All right. Yeah, you gotta have a backup plan. If the balloons fail, that's it, right? Damn. That's the movie you're talking about? That's my only move, you know? Gonna love it. I appreciate it, Tyler. I'm a little behind because Tiger's also been sharing some music lately, and I think Juno dropped some song, and maybe Nirvana. There's a couple of there's several in the music channel, so maybe after stream I need to eat a little something. Maybe I'll pop in my headphones and go through and listen. I'll reply like one at a time to everybody and see. So thank you so much for sharing it. That I really appreciate it. Hit a BB gun to pop the balloons to slowly lower himself. What? I mean, he thought through everything. So, all right, time to start coming down. Why not just a really long stick and just poke him? My work is done here. Tree flies off into the distance. Yeah, no. I think there's potential here. I think there's potential. I like this. Do. Rainy Monday. It was kind of a rainy Monday. It wasn't raining, but it was raining whiskey all day. Whew. Amaya's flying around just like, oh, there they are. Pop. No idea where it's coming from. They just look up and see a lawn chair floating, and they're like, what the hell is that? Kevlar. But then you couldn't get down, Tree. What would be your backup plan then? Oh, good back pop. I don't doubt y'all heard that, but damn. Oh. YOLO. Good. I like that. That's a good perspective. Just YOLO. Just we're doing this. No plan. Let's just do it. It's late enough in the stream that if you hit it now, it won't happen. So now I'm okay saying it. This is the first VR chat stream since we added the maid dress that no one has clicked it. We've come so far. I'm so proud of you all. If you click it now, it's not happening because there's not enough time for me to honor it. So don't click it. First stream since we added it that it didn't get hit. Let's go. I'm so proud of you all. I don't have enough points. Trees over here scrounging, but I need a few more. It is quite expensive. Maybe I should lower it a bit. I don't know. Maybe not. I like that it's kind of pricey. Happy I could actually stay for it. Yeah, Lost. It's been nice having you here. Don't lower it. Do some mail out coupons. This 50% off your next daspra maidspra redeem. Congratulations. Don't tempt fate there. I wouldn't put it on anyway at this point because I'm not gonna commit to 30 minutes. I gotta eat. I literally, y'all. I am not kidding. I love this song. I'm not kidding. It was so bad. I drank and 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 drank, and I was really quite intoxicated. And I mean, I'm talking like, I think I was in VR chat for like 15 hours yesterday. It was bad. And I lost track of time, and I started looking at my watch, and I was like, oh my Lord, I have work in like 30 minutes. Like, that was kind of like the moment where it happened. I was like, I have work in 30 minutes. And I was like, I guess I'm just going to miss work, or maybe am I going to go in my current state? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? And I open my my work email, and there's an email that's like, supervisor is sick, meeting canceled. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. I gambled and it paid off today. I have never been so lucky in my entire life. So then, of course, my solution is, well, I'm going to keep staying up and continue what I'm doing. So I didn't get to bed until, I don't know, 5 p.m. today. And then I woke up approximately 15 minutes before the normal scheduled stream time. So I woke up around 12:15 a.m. And that's why stream was 15 minutes late, because I needed that extra time just to get up. And I was, if I was hungover. Still am a little bit. But this has been a good conversation. It's helped reset me. Yeah. 12:15 my time. Yeah, no, I've been sleeping through the whole... Taking a break? No worries, Octo. No worries. The coupon be a feather duster? That would be cute. Is it 5,000 points? Maybe I should lower it to like 3. I'll reflect on it. It's by far like the most expensive redeem, other than the like ridiculously expensive ones, which the whole point of those is to flex how many points you saved, right? So maybe I'll lower it a bit. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm going to go look at some other streamers and like where they place some of their high cost ones. I don't know. Color code the titles I don't have them read. There you go. Almost there, Octo. You should sleep, Lost. Make it 10. Nah, 10's way too much. If you look at the average rate that people, if you look at the rate that people gain points on Twitch, it's actually kind of slow. So it's pretty costly. Some nachos would be so good. Day 3 of catching the mouse. The mouse? The mouse? Amaya. The mouse? Amaya, where's the mouse? I don't see a mouse. What do you mean? Where is it? But thanks for the streak. The streak. Sheer mouse shape. They really are. No, I see exactly what you're saying. They just got the big ear and like the kind of like a lizard tail. I don't really know how to describe the tail. It's very... Yeah. Ice cream with hot fudge. That sounds so good. That actually... And like walnuts for a little bit of crunch too. Oh, God. I was going to stream but forgot you were streaming. You could also... I do want to be super clear about that. And not necessarily what you were implying, Wojo, but all because like if I'm streaming If I'm streaming, other people can stream too. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. I'm not like, oh God, they're like streaming, they're counter streaming and da da. It's all good. Wanted to join yours. Okay, that's I appreciate that, but never feel like, oh, this person's live, so I shouldn't. Yeah, there's plenty of room on the internet, so all good. I never want people to worry about that. Not streaking yet. Looks at the maid dress. Yeah, no, walnuts. Walnuts. Tree, I'm watching you. I'm watching. You know. No, I'm just saying. I'm watching. You know. All right, folks. What a lovely stream. We've had so many heartfelt conversations, so much good news shared, some sad news on the way too, so we leave space for that too. But by and large, I feel good. I feel good in the heart tonight. I feel like we've had really good talks. Good in the heart. You like nuts on ice cream, you just don't know what kind of nuts. Well, that's fair. Why the walnuts and not the tree? I don't know tree like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know tree like that. Nuts tree. I mean, I usually have walnuts on ice cream. That's usually what I see on it. I think they tend to avoid peanut because peanut has a higher than average allergy rate, right? I think it's walnut. I'm accustomed to walnuts on ice. When I think of like a nut on ice cream, I think of walnuts. What the fuck are we doing? Oh. Oh. Oh, what is the name of that ice cream? Oh God, it's a cone. It's a drumstick. Is it a drumstick? I think that's what they're called, right? Drumstick ice cream. They're dipped in nuts. I think they're walnuts, right? Love when things get a bit deeper. It's like, yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Almonds or pecan, also amazing. Almonds or pecans or / pecans, depending on your local dialect, right? Great to share ideas and experiences. Absolutely. Yep. Prefer. Yeah. College drumsticks. Yes. Finally home. Welcome to your home, Tiger. I hope that you have a wonderful night. Large dip cone. Oh my God, yes. DQ is so good. It just swerves right into the gutter. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the fun thing about the Tuesday Talks. We never, because it's not planned, we just kind of like, people like show up, they drop little like updates about life, what they're doing, what they're up to, what's going on, what's on their mind, and we just kind of flow with it, and it's a lot of fun. And if you're into the conversation, you can chime in. If not, you can, check out and come back later, and it works. It just works because y'all are so kind and to each other, and it just really, it's cool. It's beautiful. It's lovely. I love it. Peanuts and chocolate. Are they peanuts? Okay. I really thought they would avoid it, peanuts, Amaya, because of the peanut allergy, but yeah, I guess if they put the ingredients on there and everything, that's on folks, so. I did go in the gutter on that one. That's me. No, Tree, I take full responsibility for that. I woke you a little bit too, for sure. Nah. Right into chaos? Absolutely. But that's what makes it fun, right? That's what makes it fun. Well, everybody, remember what they say. Everyone's working for the weekend. I realize that we just finished Monday out. We're moving into Tuesday, but remember, the weekend's only a few days away. But also, don't wish your time away. Time's precious, you know? We're also bad about, like, I can't wait for this. I'm looking forward to this. If I can just get through the next couple of days, I will then this. And we gradually, we wish away all that in-between time. And there's a lot of, like, precious moments that can happen in that space, too. Not always, but it can. So just, you know, think about that. Give you a little something to chew on as we depart this evening. So, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all the support, your time, your donations, your channel points, playing with the emotes, everything. It's so much fun. I love having you all here. Tuesday Talks are my absolute favorite. Thank you for being part of it. You all make it what it is. So, all right. Remember, be safe, be kind, take care, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Everybody's working for the weekend. Goodbye.